Hi guys and welcome back. Pixonic have released an update, or the update notes for 5.7, where they're going to cover a lot of things. We have an upcoming event, the Lunar New Year calendar, Hongbao Lottery, complete daily tasks to get tokens, open envelopes with powerful loot, so more power cells for everybody. New special editions, Arachnid Invader and the Lunar Dragoon. So we have some paint jobs. Okay. New legendary pilot, the Yang Li, for the Aojun. I'm assuming that's the guy in the picture. Apparently his ability is to be able to see through stealth. So if you're running Lokis or anything else that's using stealth, you might want to start upgrading something else. There are new overly costly paint jobs. Komainu Behemoth and Rylan Raven. Okay, I don't have either of those bots, but yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of robots that don't have paint jobs. 3 unique events, skirmishes. I'm pretty sure skirmishes were always unique. And 1 arena weekend. Finally they're back, they must have fixed whatever they've broken. They will open every weekend in this order: skirmish, skirmish, arena, and then skirmish. A new robot, as always. This is the one that they're banking on to bring in some more money. The Ravana, coming with the Lunar New Year event. A heavy, well-protected brawler that can sacrifice its firepower for a temporary speed boost and full protection against all damage and negative effects. Recommended equipment, which it will not come with: 3 cryo and 3 storm, or 3 storm. Its ability, Transcendence. When activated, robot speeds up, becomes invulnerable and immune to all negative effects, but cannot deal damage. Activation consumes 1 ability charge. Cooldown is 6 seconds per charge, duration is 3 seconds, max charge is 2. I'm guessing heavy, well-protected brawler means that it's going to come with DR, damage reduction. Stick on phase shift, last stand, yada yada, and it's going to be a bit of a beast. Nightingale, a fast flying support robot that can repair nearby allies while in flight. Recommended equipment: Rime plus 2 cryo, Halo and 2 Corona, or Gust and 2 Storm. Again, it won't come with those, it will come with something rubbish. Ability, Air Support. Robot takes off and switches from its equipped weapons to a built-in weapon that lowers enemies' damage. While airborne, the robot is in stealth and repairs itself and nearby allies. Suppression temporarily reduces the damage of all enemies hit by the weapon by 75%. Oh, don't know why it's doing that. Cooldown is 16 seconds, and it's active for 18 seconds. Built-in weapons range is 500 meters. If this thing comes into contact with a Leech, or an Ares, or an Aojun, it's dead. I just don't see this being a particularly useful bot to bother with. New robot, Cerberus. Robot created together with the War Robots community in 2019. A fast assault robot that can temporarily neutralize the enemy, equipped with a unique built-in energy cannon and an Aegis energy shield. Recommended equipment that it will not come with: 1 Redeemer and 2 Tarans, 1 Calamity and 2 Scourge. I would go for the second option rather than the first. Ability, Blackout. Cerberus hits the target with 3 energy charges that inflict damage and negatively affect the enemy robot subsystems. Lockdown temporarily immobilizes the enemy's suppression, temporarily reduces the enemy's damage by 50% with a damage over time, inflicts damage over time to the enemy's hull. Cooldown 10 seconds, built-in weapon range 350 meters. Again, I'm not seeing this as a particularly good robot to have unless it has high damage reduction and lots of health. Aegis energy shields just don't last very long. The Bulwark, the Fenrir, they both have them, and they generally die quite easily. Unlocked Titan modules, because Titans are so weak they need modules. Titans came with built-in modules, although you couldn't do anything to them up until this point. For now, we aren't introducing new module mechanics for Titans, as there's still plenty of new to try and discover. However, in this update we unlock their module menu, allowing you to experiment with the existing basic modules. Also, updated versions of both Reactor and Armor Kit modules are now available. They work exactly like damage and durability modules for regular robots. I'm assuming this is all for Platinum, so it's just a cash cow for Pixonic. In the lower leagues, Titans draw out the games until the 10-minute mark almost all the time, and it's basically an indirect silver nerf. Not thrilled that modules are coming out for Titans. I would eventually assume that there will be pilots. Apparently Pixonic have said there won't be pilots, but Pixonic like money, and pilots mean more money. Balance update, rework on the Halo, Corona and Glory. Lockdown now procs after a certain number of hits instead of random chance. Halo, Corona and Glory will now work similarly to cryogenic weapons, meaning that instead of locking down randomly, they will immobilize the enemy once you land a certain amount of projectiles. This mechanic has proved itself well on Cryo, Glacier and Rime, giving their users a good control over whom and how they freeze. So why shouldn't this be the case with lockdown shotties? Maybe because lockdown is the most unfun thing that's ever been added to the game. I'm truly hoping that lockdown eventually goes away. However, it looks like it's here to stay. As for Shredder and Pulsar, the remaining two lockdown weapons, we might give them the same treatment if things go well for Halo, Corona and Glory. I assume they will at some point. Meh. Buff to the Sting and Wasp because it's desperately needed for these utterly rubbish weapons. Projectile dispersion reduced. Corrosion weapons have very interesting uses, like say busting through Leech's ability, but to use them to their full potential you might need to stick to the target for a while. If you're sticking to a Leech for a while, you're going to die. And for that to work, their accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. We're addressing this by reducing Sting and Wasp shot dispersion. So basically it's probably a small damage buff. Nerf to the phase shift, long overdue. Cooldown 40 to 35, duration 5 to 3. Personally, I would have kept the cooldown the same because it's just a broken mechanic. Tie it in with Last Stand and just makes games very laborious. Phase Shift was conceived as a highly situational defensive module. In practice, it took robots out of the fight for too long, which first disrupted combat flow and second, synergized too well with certain abilities. Say for Leech and Pantheon, this module was basically a 5 seconds cut-off repulse retribution cooldown, with a nice side benefit of being able to go into full chill mode. Time to address this. I noticed they haven't gone and done anything about the bug with Phase Shift, where they can start firing shortly before Phase Shift drops. We'll keep monitoring the Phase Shift situation. More tweaks may arrive later on. Tweaks and fixes. Skirmishes are back. Long overdue. I think they've been away for about a month or two. Multiple Titan related bug fixes. So basically Titans shouldn't have been pushed out until they figured out what the problems were. Cryo reload animation now works properly. I had never noticed it didn't. Multiple robots shouldn't pile up in the same hangar slot anymore. This is basically where, let's say your Leech appears with a heavy weapon. It's just a visual bug. It doesn't mean that you cannot have 5 Leeches in one hangar. Titan upgrade animation is much faster now. Didn't know there was one. We have also resolved multiple performance dropping issues. The game should run significantly smoother on certain devices. It's nice that they're taking a look at the problems with the root things in the game. However, I'm not holding my breath on this. Lag has been around for a long time. Anyway guys, that's a wrap, and I will see you next time.